from Judge. We were discussing what to do with it.
Jamie, don't hang up. Hold on. I got a serious question about the Second Amendment. Listen, you know how it says well-regulated militia and all those things, right? So let me ask you a question. Why don't you think that the government takes over manufacturing and distributing guns to people? Like, say you turn 18, you get you a gun. You turn 21, you get you a rifle, shit like that. Don't you think that would be better?
Well, they have the government in charge of who gets to have guns and not.
No, like I'm saying, like say when every U.S. citizen turns 18, he automatically gets the option. If you want a gun, you can get one, but you like register with the government. You know what I'm saying? And they get.
Why do I have to register with the
Because
government?
it would be regulated. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, and then you would weed out crazy people.
The Second Amendment don't say that the government gets to say who gets to have a firearm.
But we live. No.
Say that.
But you think about it. How many people are crazy who get guns? That's what I'm saying now. Like that was in 1776. It wasn't 300 million people in the country then. You know what I'm saying? It was less likely to have a crazier person with a gun. When you say back then, like things change. We got to like adapt to the times. Like, and I'm not saying
crazy people back then too.
But do you think that they were getting guns on a massive level like they were now?
Yeah,
no, they weren't, because guns were manufactured.
Well, they didn't have people killing people.
Yeah, because I'm saying guns weren't manufactured like they are today. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Well, they didn't have people killing people with guns back then. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying guns weren't readily available at a level they are now.
Well, yeah, they were readily available back then.
Not really. You had to order a gun. Like, you know, you don't remember the Seals catalog? Yes, you did. Because what you mean? What time frame are you talking about? You could just go in and buy a gun in 1776. You don't think you had to order a gun?
You went to a gunsmith or a blacksmith.
But he had to make it though. It wasn't like he had them on the racks ready.
He had guns already made. You'd go in and purchase.
No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't made like Smith and Wesson.
You're saying they had to go in special order.
Yeah. It was kind of made to order. Like Smith and Wesson didn't come into like when.
That's not how
I want to say almost like in the mid 1800s. Like guns weren't being manufactured like cars were. You did. I'm saying like it progressed. It started like blacksmiths, and then it went to Smith and Wesson and Ruger and shit like that. Like then it was manufactured. But I'm saying like now, huh? But I'm saying, don't you think that would be a better outcome if like, and because like in Japan, look, in Japan, when you get a gun, they like do a psych test. They check your money, they check your credit, see if you know what I'm saying, you all good before you can even get the gun.
Telling me what I can
do. You don't think it would be helpful to get people who don't need guns in their hands out, weeded out? Like we're not going to give you a gun because you have mental issues.
Are we going to do the same thing with cars and knives and stuff like that?
Guns are different than cars and knives. Like people don't, and like literally when you kill somebody with a knife, it's personal. When you say that, yeah, more than likely. Think about it.
It's personal if you kill somebody with a gun.
Not really. It's impersonal because you could be 100 feet away. Yeah, that's not personal. Snipers aren't personal.
It is personal. It's the person that's doing it. It's pulling the
No.
trigger.
I'm saying like Jamie, like me and you fighting.
You're trying to make an excuse for the government to have control over who owns power.
No, I'm not saying control. If you're not crazy, you can get a gun. What's the problem?
You don't just say I'm crazy.
You said you are.
You call me crazy?
Wait.
I think the earth's flat. Would you call me crazy?
No, I would call you wrong.
So you wouldn't call me crazy for thinking that?
No. I would call you crazy.
How do you know I'm wrong?
Because it's space missions for one thing.
Well, hold on.
It's the North Pole and the South Pole, and for another. So you telling me you don't think it's an Antarctica?
Yeah, I believe there's an Antarctica.
Do you think it's a North Pole?
Yes.
So So how is that? Is it more spiritual? You saying it's from left to right? It ain't from up to down? Like no,
So I'm saying
you saying it's a left pole and a right pole? Because that would.
I'm saying it's like a dinner plate. North is in the center, and everything from that is south.
What?
Like a dinner plate.
It's like a dinner plate.
And I'm telling you, I don't know.
It's like.
See, I'm telling you, I don't know what it's like because I've never been to space.
So you think that
the people that tell me that it's round and that there is space also lie to me about other shit.
So what about the mission to Mars? You think that's all fake?
Yes.
All of that. That's a lot of money to fake.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. I mean, just to fake all that, it would be so much harder just to fake it instead of doing it. Don't you think?
How would it be so hard to fake?
What do you mean? Because you got to get all that shit planted. Like, you don't think that you would have to plot all of that. Like a lot of that stuff.
Certain people say that it happened.
So
people like you to believe it.
So let me ask you a question. Are you familiar with the 1985 shuttle when it exploded? Mm-hmm. You think they did that on purpose?
What, they exploded it?
Huh?
What, did they exploded it?
Remember that it was like 7 astronauts that job. The reason why I remember because one of the astronauts was from my city.
Yeah, I don't know if they exploded. I don't know.
I'm saying,
explosion on TV.
Yeah, do you think they? I mean, she knows she it's a school named after her and everything. Her parents were hurt and everything. Like that's what I'm saying.
I seen Godzilla on TV too. Does that mean Godzilla's
real? You can't tell the difference between Godzilla and actual people going into space. Okay, so that's what I'm saying, Jamie. So you think those people who be at NASA when the spaceship lifts off, you think they fake?
I don't know.
What you mean you don't know? I'm saying you can't give a. I'm not inside
the cockpit with them when they take off, and all you're looking at is
no. I'm saying the people.
All you're looking at is a camera. I know I think Ben Affleck and what's that other one's name?
Matt Damon.
Not Matt Damon. The other one.
Bruce Willis.
Ocean's 11.
George Clooney.
George Clooney. I think George Clooney floating around in space. It's all theatrics, it's all movie, it's all.
No.
They're showing you.
This is what I'm saying. No, Jamie.
They're showing you, and you're blindly following along with what they're telling you.
Jamie,
I don't trust them.
I mean, like as fans of NASCAR, right? And they go and watch the races, right? Like, so it's fans of astronauts and spaceships. They go down to Cape Canaveral and watch the rocket take off. You think they're fake?
What, did they watch them take off?
Yeah, you think that whole setup is fake? That the fans of NASA is fake?
No, but you don't know that they go to outer space. You're just believing what they tell you.
Oh, so you saying that it might be true that they lift off, but you don't think that they literally go into outer space?
No, they go into space, no. I think there's a dome over the Earth. And that's going back to the if you'll get like a 1953, I think it's a 1953 encyclopedia. It tells you about the dome that they found at the Antarctic. Admiral Byrd talks about it in his exploration to Antarctic.
Have you ever
about the dome they found over the world?
Hey, you know what's funny though? Now that you mention it, it was this guy. Damn, I forgot to tell you about it. It's this guy. I don't know. No. He be proving that there is that the Earth is an inner circle, and he was talking about. Have you ever seen a cruise ship leave and start going? He said the cruise ship doesn't get smaller. He was like, you could literally start seeing it sink. You dig what I'm saying? You know how you see something leave and it gets smaller and smaller? He said it didn't get smaller. He said it started leveling, going down.
That's perception because we can only see so far with our eyes.
But and he literally said that. He was like, it tells you when something is small and it's leaving you, when something is flat and it's leaving you, it gets smaller. It doesn't start sinking. It gets flat.
Stretch of highway,
but
you can look at telephone poles, and the one beside you is 30 foot tall, and the one that's a mile down the road looks like it's 6 inches. That's called perception.
No, it doesn't, Jamie. It doesn't look like it's still this. It just
Don't look like it's 6 inches.
no,
a
man.
mile.
You never seen. Okay, I guess you never seen things
Okay.
in your rearview mirror. Okay, but anywho, we were talking about the guns, but you
Yeah,
don't.
you just said a rearview mirror. What does it tell you?
But that's flat, Jamie. If something in
What
circle
does
is
it tell
gonna
you
go
on the
down,
rearview
though.
mirror? It's called perception.
Okay.
I'm just saying
You
your
still
rearview
thinking of a
mirrors
plate.
are closer than they appear.
But if we're trying to prove that the world is round,
See what it says? They're closer than they appear because of perception. I'm just saying, do you believe what these lying assholes tell us?
I just don't.
And I know they're liars.
I just don't
You
understand
know they're liars.
them going to that length of saying that the world isn't flat. What would be the point of that? So we don't try and go? Why would they?
I think it's all a way to discredit God.
What do you mean discredit God?
I think everything that they do with science and all that is the way to discredit God. They try to come up with another reason that it's happening other than giving credit to God.
But why would proving that there's a space discredit God if he created that space? Wouldn't that confirm that there is a God more than anything?
Well, you're not understanding what I'm saying. Everything that they try to prove is a way to discredit a creator.
How though? If they're proving that there's outside things besides us, wouldn't that prove that there is a creator? If there's space, wouldn't that prove that there is a creator? If there's more planets, wouldn't that prove that there is a creator though?
Well, it does to me, yeah.
So why would that doesn't make sense if they're trying to prove that they?
Well, you tell me why.
Because it seems like they're proving that there is a creator.
No, they said everything was created with the Big Bang Theory.
But you don't think the creator created the Big Bang Theory?
No, I don't.
You don't think he? I mean, I won't say the Big Bang. I mean the theory, but he created the Big Bang.
No, I don't think he.
Because look, it said in the Bible, it says there was, what was it? It was black, and then God made. How it go? I'm gonna see if you know how. I know how it go. I just want to see what was it? How it go, Jamie? Because you like the Bible so much.
Well, I don't read it as much as I should.
But that is the first part of the Bible. You got it. If I don't read, I'm not even into Christianity like that, and I know it. But you don't.
You should know.
I do know. I'm saying.
Believe in God, do you?
What do you mean? I believe in the Creator, yes, but I don't believe in organized religion.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth.
Right. So
the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep.
So
and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light.
Boom, Big Bang. So even if him going from light to dark, that's a bang, right? You don't think?
No.
And why not? You don't think that's a big shift? You don't think that's a big shift from going to light to dark?
That's why.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like I think a lot of times
but that's not what their theory says.
Hold on.
There's a Big Bang happened, then everything cooled off and water fell down to the earth, and then something crawled out of the ocean and transformed into everything that's on the earth from that one thing that was in the water.
Oh, so you
I think that happened.
I think you have a problem.
Because you show me anything else on earth right now, anything else that becomes more without degrading. Anything else.
What did you say? That something that becomes more without
anything else on earth that it's like a copy machine. You put a copy in, the next copy is a little bit dimmer. The next copy is a little bit dimmer. The next copy is a little bit dimmer. No. Show me anything that increases that's out there right now.
But that's not how evolution works. You got it the opposite way. Well, how evolution works is they take the strongest genes, and those genes keep going, and then out of those.
How do you get all the different species from that one thing that crawled out of the ocean? How did it change off into something else?
It was more than one thing that crawled.
How did that one thing that crawled out of the ocean?
It was more than one thing that crawled out because it was so many things in the ocean.
Huh?
It
there
was.
Wasn't an ocean.
Huh?
There wasn't an ocean.
There had to be. You just said it crawled out the ocean, so how wasn't it the ocean?
That's what the Big Bang Theory says. Everything exploded, everything come together and cooled off, and then water fell down, and then something crawled out of the ocean from the water falling down.
I mean, my thing with that, I think a lot of people nowadays, when they read the Bible, they thinking how we would think back then. But those people back then didn't have our mindset that we have now. We're way more intelligent.
Closer to God.
No, they didn't really. And I give you a good meaning. Like, you know how in the Bible it says don't eat pork.
Yeah.
But you know why not to eat pork?
Because it's an unclean animal.
No, because if it's not like eating any other kind of meat. Like if you eat beef rare, you won't get sick, and fish rare, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, have you ever heard of a guy
But
called
if
Trey
you
Smith?
eat pork rare, you get
Have
sick.
you ever heard of a guy called Trey Smith?
Trey Smith. You gotta give me a little bit more background on him.
Trey Smith, have you ever seen any of his videos?
I don't think so.
I would suggest you look up Trey Smith.
Why? What does he talk about?
Just to go watch his videos.
But I'm saying though, a lot of things in the Bible, like, okay, in the Bible it also says that I could sell my wife, man. Do you think that was so? Is that right?
You should what?
You can sell your wife.
I reckon if it says it in the Bible, I reckon you
So
can
but then it says you can have slaves in the Bible. You think that's right?
I reckon if it says it in the Bible, you can.
I mean, I think that the Bible was created because people were out of control and they kind of needed some type of way to control them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So people came up with, a magical deity. But what'd you say? You going in and out.
Okay.
But
don't believe. This is what I choose to believe.
Yeah. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. With no one we gone.
You are saying you're right.
No.
You said it
How?
I said the earth was flat.
No.
You said I asked you, did you think I was crazy when I said that? You said no, you're wrong.
I said you wrong about the earth being flat, but that doesn't have anything to do with that. How does that? Wait, how does the earth being flat have to do with correlate with God? We ended up on God.
I want to know how you know I'm wrong, and then you went off on.
I didn't say I know you wrong. I said I think. You just said it. I said I think you're wrong.
You said I was wrong.
No, I said I think you wrong, Jamie.
That ain't what you said.
Yes.
Would you call me? I said we were talking about guns.
I said no. I think you wrong.
Crazy. I said people would call me crazy because I think the earth's flat. Would you think I'm crazy?
And I said no. I think you wrong. You keep saying it.
I said how do you? Well, okay. How do you think I'm wrong? And you went off on listening to all these science.
No, I said the trip to Mars for one thing.
To Mars, all that shit. Yeah, I got you.
But I'm saying that proves the Earth isn't flat. You never seen?
Oh, that proves your goal, and you don't believe anything anybody tells you.
So wait a minute, Jamie. So you don't believe in astronomy or anything like the stars lining up? Because if the Earth wasn't doing that, then how is astronomy possible? And how can we predict comets and things like that?
That would be another proof of a creator.
But we talking about the Earth is flat. How you go from creator to Earth is flat? That's when I'm missing that correlation.
I go from the Earth. It's in the Bible.
Wait, it says the Earth is flat in the Bible.
It's in the Bible.
Revelation 7:1. Please, can you read that for me where it says the Earth is flat?
It says, then I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the 4 winds, so that they did not blow on the earth or the sea or even any tree. And that's the verse that got me thinking about it. I said, how do you have 4 corners on a circle? How does that happen?
You don't think a circle's been enough to have 4 corners on it?
No.
So you telling me you don't think you think a circle, a box could fit in a circle?
Huh?
Do you think a square box could fit in a circle if it's big enough?
Yeah, it's big enough.
So that's your answer right there.
Well, no.
Why not? If the angels are standing at the, you know what I'm saying, the kind of the circumference of the earth.
Oh, I'm talking about the circle that they call a blue marble. That's the earth. How do you have 4 corners on the earth?
Maybe it was in the earth. Can you read that back? Because it did sound like you said on.
It says, then I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the four winds so that they did not blow on the earth or the sea or even any tree. That's Revelation 7:1.
But and nowhere does it says it's flat though. Like because it's that four corners. Like you telling me you can't fit four corners in a circle, Jamie?
So I'm asking you, how do you put four corners on a circle?
It's gonna be a box. If it's four corners, it's gonna be a box. You don't think? Or a square? You don't think a box is a square, right?
Well, that's the way I'd look at it.
Yeah. So why couldn't you? Why couldn't you do that?
So what you're saying is the circle's inside the box.
Yeah. No. The box is inside the circle.
Well, then that don't make any sense that the box is inside the circle.
You've never seen a box inside of a circle before, Jamie.
I've seen a.
Have you ever seen a snowball? You never seen a snow cone? What they call it?
Look here. You know how a circle's inside of a box? Have you ever bought a new baseball?
Why you keep saying circle all of a box, and it's the opposite way. It's a box in a circle.
Yeah.
It's a box in a circle.
No, it was a circle in a box.
No.
Matter of fact, if you buy a basketball, it comes in a box.
But do you think they could fit a little box in that basketball?
Yeah, no, I don't think they do.
You don't think they can do it?
No, I don't think they would.
No, not would, but could.
But it all comes back to faith, man. So
Yeah.
whatever you want to believe. If you want to believe we've been to Mars or we're going to Mars, you want to believe the Earth's round, go ahead.
But Jamie, have you ever watched any of that?
Any what?
Of the Mars thing? It's dope as hell. Like
Yeah, I've seen them where they shot the car off into space. Yeah, I've seen the Mars rover.
You don't think you're not
I've seen it all.
You're not intrigued by that? Just even on some.
Not even a little bit. No.
Wow. Why not? That's kind of funny.
Because they're liars.
Who is liars? The government?
Yes. And the people that run NASA. Have you ever not seen the NASA logo?
Wow.
Have you seen the NASA logo?
It's blue with like a rocket in it and red and stuff.
Oh, it's got like a forked tongue in it.
Man, is it on your channel? You got it on your channel now?
Oh, no, I don't have it on my channel. You can Google NASA's logo and look at it.
What? So what is it supposed to represent?
It's the forked tongue of the devil telling you lies.
Let me ask you, have you ever seen you ever watch? Huh?
It's all symbolism. And everything that's a symbolism for the devil is a mirror image of what represents God. God stands for good, the devil stands for bad. It's the yin and the yang.
Are you familiar?
Like the cross for God.
Can I ask you a question? Brother. How we gonna have a debate if you never let me talk, man?
Because you talking crazy.
No, I'm not. How am I?
Somebody already paid.
Wait, but we were.
The Second Amendment, and somebody's already paid me to hang up on you. I gotta go.
This was a good.
You gotta call back tomorrow.
This was a good conversation, Jamie. I got you thinking, bro. You thinking?
You got me thinking.
But seriously, what you never told me you don't think that would be smart about the Second Amendment, for real?
No, I don't think
to why not? Like, and I'm not even saying, look, and I'm not even saying the Fed. Look,
I don't think that way.
your county.
People should be held accountable. Look, this is how I think. People should be held accountable for their actions. Nobody else.
So you think we should wait until a crazy person gets a gun and kills people instead of preventing that crazy person from getting a gun? Like, and I'm not even saying the federal government has to do it. Like, our counties can issue the gun.
I don't want my county government telling me what I can do and what I can't do. As long as I'm following the law.
But it's some people who aren't like you, Jamie. What about them? Don't we got to worry about them too? Because we are a community.
Tell them they can't have a gun.
Huh?
So why would you tell that person they couldn't have a gun? What would they have to do for you to tell them they can't have a gun?
No, I'm saying if they're mentally unstable. You don't think it's like schizophrenia and bipolar? You don't think it's people like that?
Yeah, everybody's that going.
So I'm saying, like, some of those people try and get guns.
A lot of that stuff comes from vaccines that people receive as kids. It messes with them mentally. I think a lot of that has to do with the medication that these doctors put these children on to try to calm them down instead of putting a belt on their ass. I don't think you treat somebody with a mental illness with medication.
Hey, are you familiar with the
rambunctious and got a lot of energy, I don't think you treat them with medication to calm them down.
But
I think put them in the yard and let them burn that energy off.
But people have been doing that for centuries in this country, man. Like, you remember when cocaine was legal here?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm saying they had a lot of drugs for that, and people were killing people off that shit. They babies, all that shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, to prevent shit like that from happening, why not?
You're not going to prevent. Well, we already have laws against murder.
But it's too late when somebody did. Like, my grandmother used to say an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. You believe that?
See what law you're going to pass that will stop people from murdering people? Because we already have those laws.
It's no law. We talking about lessening it, not stopping it completely. There's no way to stop anything completely. But when you want to lessen it, just okay.
They're going to kill them.
So why even have a border then? Why have a border then? Don't tell me.
It has not moved 1 inch.
Let me ask you a question.
It ain't got up and run out of this office. It ain't jumped up and said, Jamie, I'm going over here. It's been sitting right there the whole time.
So you think it don't matter, right? It don't matter because people gonna kill people. So why not?
That's right. It's the person that does.
Right. So why not just have the borders open? Because good people gonna come in, right? No, why not? Good people gonna come in. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Somebody hung up.